Dear viewers, welcome once again to my channel. Now, in this video, we shall learn how to write the general formula for a given term of a linear sequence. So whenever a term is given, how do you write the general formula for that particular term? Now, before that, let's try to remind ourselves of the general formula for finding the nth term of a linear sequence. So in our previous video, we realized that the general formula for the nth term of a linear sequence is given as un equals to a plus, in brackets, n minus 1 multiplying d, that's the common difference. So whenever a particular term is mentioned, that term representing the value of n. So assuming you are supposed to write the seventh term, it means n is 7. So wherever you see n in this general formula for the nth term, you put 7 there. Or let's say the 10th term, it means n is equal to 10. I hope you are following that. Good. Now let's start. So the first term, the general formula for the first term, it means n is 1. So u1 equals a plus 1 minus 1 multiplying d. So the first term, a plus 0 times d. How do you get a 0? 1 minus 1 gives us 0. Therefore, the first term, u1 is equal to, now 0 times d is 0. So the first term is equal to a. So if you could remember, in our previous lesson, we realized that the first term, u1 is equal to a, or yes, u1 is equal to a, or a is equal to u1. That is what we did in our previous lesson. Good. So over here, the first term, u1 is equal to a. Now let's look at the second term, u2. Second term means n is 2. So wherever you see n in this particular general formula, or wherever you see n in the general formula for the nth term, you put 2 there. So the second term is u2 equals to a plus 2 minus 1 multiplying d. So the second term, u2 is equal to a plus, now 2 minus 1 is 1 times d, u2 equals to a plus, now 1 times d gives us d. So the second term is a plus d. So the general formula for the second term is a plus d. Now let's move ahead. Third term, a plus 3 minus 1 multiplying d. So the third term is equal to a plus, now 3 minus 1 gives us 2 multiplying d. So the general formula for the third term is a plus 2d. I hope you are following. Now let's take the fourth term. It means n is 4. So the fourth term, u4 equals to a plus 4 minus 1 times d. u4, as the fourth term, is a plus 4 minus 1 gives us 3 multiplying d. The fourth term equals to a plus 3 times d gives us 3d. The fifth term, n is 5, is equal to a plus 5 minus 1 multiplying d. So the fifth term is giving us a plus, now 5 minus 1 gives us 4 multiplying d. The fifth term is equal to a plus 4d. Alright, so if you can see a particular trend, now when we are looking at the first term, we multiply 0 by d, sorry. The first term, we multiply 0 by d. That gives us first term to be a. Now the second term, you multiply 1 by d, so we get a plus d. The third term, you multiply 2 by d. How do we get 2, 1 and 0? Now when it is third term, we subtracted 1 from 3, giving us 2, so multiply the 2 by d. So that is why we get this general formula for the third term, a plus 3d. Now when we are at the second term, we subtracted 1 from 2, giving us 1, and we multiply the 1 by d, so the general term becomes a plus d. Now the same thing, the fourth term, we subtracted 1 from 4, and we had 3, so we multiply the 3 by d, so the general formula for the fourth term is a plus 3d. The same thing, fifth term, just subtract 1 from 5, the result is 4, you multiply 4 by d, so you had 4d. So the a here is always there. Are you getting it? So we can just try our hands on any other term. So let's talk about seventh term. Seventh term, just write your a. Now 7 minus 1 gives you 6, so multiply the 6 by d. I hope you have seen that. Good. Now what about the 10th term? Write your a. 10 minus 1 gives you what? 9. So 9 times d. So the general formula for the 10th term is a plus 9d. Now can we talk of 20th term? A. Now 20 minus 1 gives us 19, and multiply the d. So the general formula for 20th term is a plus 19d. Can we talk about maybe 51st term? So a plus 51 minus 1 is what? 50. So 50 times d. Can we talk of 100th term? The 100th term is a plus 100 minus 1 is what? 99. So 99d. Can we talk about let's say 87? 87th term. So a plus, now 87 minus 1 gives us what? 86. So 86 times d. Now last one, can we talk about maybe 14th term? So a plus 14 minus 1, 13. So 13d, sorry. So we can see that the general formulas for a particular term can be easily generated if you follow this trend. So whenever a term is mentioned, just subtract that particular, or subtract 1 from that particular term or number, and you add to a. So the a you see here, they should always be there. But how do you get the number to multiply by d? Just subtract 1 from the number, you multiply by d, and that gives you the general term for, or the general formula for the particular term given. Thank you.